Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be making cake and brownies. For the cake, it is not an ordinary cake recipe. My neighbor showed me this, and I had to let you guys know because it is so it's so moist, it's so delicious, it's it. So we're making the cake first. The ingredients that you're going to need for this cake are, of course, cake mix. You can get whatever cake mix you want. I just use this one in the box, but I use yellow cake. And then you're also going to need vanilla, Jello pudding. So you can get any brand of pudding you want, but you need vanilla pudding mix. And if you're making a chocolate cake, of course you can get chocolate pudding and so on and so forth. And then you're also going to need 2 sticks of butter. And you are going to need a cup of milk. I've already put it in here. You're going to need, the oven's done preheating, you're going to need 5 eggs. And of course you're going to set your oven to 350 degrees, so if you want to get that preheating now, you can go ahead. You're going to need, of course, whatever size cake pan you want. I just use this one. I'm not really sure what this size is. It's just a big rectangle. And of course you're going to need 2 mixing bowls. And then I have a little bowl right here to melt the butter in, because you will need to melt your butter. One of these bowls is for dry ingredients and one is for liquid ingredients to combine them. I also have whipped buttercream frosting, and it is your choice on what frosting you want to put on if you don't want any frosting. But my family likes frosting, so I'm gonna put some frosting on there. So the first thing you're gonna do is melt your butter. So you're gonna get your bowl like this. You're going to unravel your butter, and boop. Alright, so that's one. And then you're going to take another stick of butter. And that's 2. Also, don't forget to wash your hands before making this. Your preference, of course. So yeah, I'm going to pop this in the microwave for about 10 to 15 seconds. Or until melted, so it really could depend. Alright guys, I am back, and here, you might have to stir it up a little bit. So here's my melted butter. For the most part, it's melted, so yeah, we are just going to mix this up a little bit. Alright, so then you're going to take your butter, you're going to dump it in one of the bowls. I prefer a smaller bowl for the liquids because they don't really go everywhere. Alright. And I'm just going to take this and stir it with. Alright, so I'm just going to take this and stir my ingredients in there. So you're going to take your butter, and then you're going to take a cup of milk and pour it right on in there. It's going to look disgusting, just, give it some time. And then you're going to take 5 eggs. So let's crack these puppies open. 1 egg. Because you're all going to mix it together, so it doesn't really matter what order you put it in. 4. Hope there's no shells in there. So, then, hold on. Eggs. Okay. Then you are going to take it like this, and you are going to mix it up. Actually, let me get a whisk for this part. I'm just going to start whisking them until they're all thoroughly mixed together. So this might take a minute. While we're mixing, because this is going to take a hot minute, I just wanted to know how everybody's quarantine's going. Have y'all done any interesting things? I seen tie-dye being a trend for quarantine. Unfortunately, I didn't have tie-dye stuff, so I was just, you know, bored at home, doing not much. So yeah, and then I discovered this recipe. So yeah, well, now we're making it. Guys, I found a cake mixer. So yeah, maybe I should have looked for this earlier. But so I found a cake mixer. Alright guys, so just mix the ingredients together. It's gonna be looking like scrambled eggs. It's gonna look like scrambled eggs. The chunkiness is normal. So now I'm gonna move it to a bigger bowl. So we have room to work with. Just make sure you get most of the ingredients in there. But now that I moved it to a bigger bowl, you are going to add the Jello mix. So let's open this up real quick. So you're going to take the Jello mix and you're going to pour it in the bowl. So you're going to take the Jello mix, you're going to pour it into the bowl, and then you are going to take the cake mix. Let me just stir this up a little bit just so it's a little bit worked in there. Alright. Alright. So find some scissors. So you're going to pour it in there. And of course you can do this however you want. Alright. So just mix this up a little bit. Have your cake mix in there. If you're hand stirring it, you can go ahead and stir it. I'm going to use my mixer for this, but first I'm going to spray my pan so it can set. I'm going to spray it with coconut oil because I just like coconut oil better. Alright, so you're going to spray the pan so it doesn't stick. This thing leaks. Alright. So we wait for that to set. I am going to go put this in my mixer and then I'll be right back. Alright, so the cake batter is all mixed. Should look like this. Okay, so now that you have your mix like this, you're going to take your pan that you've either greased or your non-stick pan, and you're going to go ahead and just pour it in there and spread it evenly. It out, and now it's in here. I'm just going to even it out by shaking it because I don't know how else to even it. So we're gonna shaking it, let it drop. We're gonna try and smooth it out. Is my cake in the pan. I've preheated my oven to 350. It all depends on what the back of your cake box says. Mine says for a metal or glass pan 350 and a darker nonstick pan for 325. You're gonna grease the pan and then you add your ingredients. So yeah, I'm going to bake. Mine says to bake it for, I don't know what size pan this is, but mine basically says to bake it so I'm basically going to stick this in there for about 28 to 30 minutes. That's kind of what my box says, but I'm going to check on it every now and then. Once it gets to about 25 minutes, I'm going to stick a toothpick in it and see if it comes out clean. So yeah, let's pop this in the oven. I will let you know exactly how long it takes for this size pan. I think it's like a 13 by 9, but I could be wrong. I'm not skilled in this kind of stuff, so yeah. Alright guys, so while the cake is baking, we're going to start on the brownie mix. So for the brownie mix, we have like 3 minutes left on the cake. So for the brownie mix, you are going to need whatever kind of brownie mix you want. I usually just follow the recipe on the box for this because it turns out pretty good. It's just do not add too much water because that's what makes it, yeah. So I'm going to just throw all the ingredients in this time. So we're going to throw brownie mix into this bowl. I just got a large one because we had no medium bowls left. They were in you have your brownie mix. This recipe calls for 2 eggs. 1 egg, pop it in there. 2 eggs. Ooh, pop it in there. Hope I didn't get no shells in there. 2 eggs. Also, I'm going to grease my pan so it can set. So I believe a 9x9 inch pan. I'm not too sure, but it is a square one. So yeah, just gonna grease that bad boy up. Alright, so it says to preheat to 350, so I already have my oven preheated, so we're gonna keep it there just when I take the cake out, because I put it in the middle. There's 2 racks and I put it on the second rack because if it's on the first rack it's gonna burn. So I have to wait for the cake because I don't want to like maneuver it and all that good jazz. So we have our 2 eggs in there. Now we're going to add half a cup of vegetable oil. I have half a cup in here. We're just gonna pour that right in. Alright, and then it says 3 tablespoons of water. I put the tablespoons of water in here. As you can see, it is very little water that you're adding to it. The vegetable oil kind of gives it that liquid. So yeah, then you're going to mix it all together until it's very well blended. So I'm gonna go blend this real quick and I'll be right back. It's been about like 32 minutes. I set it for 28 minutes, but I had to add 3 extra minutes because the cake wasn't ready yet, but I also believed I might have burned it. Yeah. Or I put too much spray grease on it, because the edges look kind of crispy. So this is my first time making this cake. Usually my mom makes it, but I was like, let me give it a try and let me film my disaster. So yeah, so it's the test. Alright, it's done. So that's what it looks like. Kind of crispy. I don't know what I did wrong, but yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to let that cool for about 5 minutes. And then just going to frost it in here. And then, I don't know, I'll keep you updated on what I'm doing. So yeah, but my brownie mix is now ready. Pour this mix in here and then we're gonna put it in there. We're gonna put it in there for about, I'm gonna put it in there for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, see how it does, and if not, I'll put it in there for longer. It all just depends on how cooked it is. So yeah. I like doing this with it, yeah, I like doing like little, I don't know, it gives me comfort. It's going to take it and like shake it out a little bit to even it, because some of it's not going evenly. Alright, I think let it drop a little bit. You don't want to drop it too much because it will be flatter and not full, but so this is what my brownies look like. I'm going to stick it in the oven for about 30 or so minutes. I'll check back with you, let you know exactly how long it stayed in the oven. And yeah, by that time, the cake should be ready to frost. I'm not a very good froster, so we'll see how this goes. So yeah, be right back. So the brownies are done. This is what they look like. Let's try it. Alright, they're done cooking, so I'm going to leave this here and let this cool. I think our cake is ready to be frosted, so let me go ahead and bring it over there, get it frosted. My mom told me to leave the cake in the pan, so I was like, okay, I'll do that. So I'm just going to frost the top of it, and then I'm going to cut a slice, and we'll see how they taste, and then wait for the brownies to cool off so I can cut them, because if I don't wait for them to cool off, cutting them is going to be a disaster. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, so I just put you a little bit lower to where you can see me frost the cake. So we're going to open our buttercream frosting. That's what it looks like. Alright. So I'm just taking this because I see my mom and I see a lot of people do this, so we're just gonna take this, and I don't cut the cake, I just leave it on there. So let's hope that this doesn't break it. So yeah, I'm just going to frost it until it can't be frosted anymore. I'm probably not going to use all the frosting because that is a lot of frosting, and I don't really like frosting. I mean, I like frosting, but I don't like too much frosting because then it's just over the top. So yeah, I'm just going to spread it evenly. So here's the cake frosted. I know and that it's not the best cake you've ever seen, but again, it's just for eating. It's not for looks or anything like that. So if you're making it for looks, definitely do a better job than I did. But yeah, so I think I'm going to cut the cake. Well, I'm not going to cut the whole cake. I think I'm going to cut me a little piece. I'm going to see if it tastes like the neighbors, and yeah. So final moment of truth. Here's the cake. It did overcook a little bit on the sides, but it came out perfect. No pieces were undone except for that little piece right there. I think it's because I didn't scoop it all the way. Yeah, so let's give it a try. Oh yeah, like just look at how it cuts. Like, let me just show you how it cuts. Like, boom. It just cuts so smoothly and it's so moist. I definitely recommend y'all do this recipe. I'm pretty sure you can find it somewhere. I think my neighbor got it from Facebook. I'm pretty sure you can find it anywhere if you couldn't really follow from me. So yeah, so once the brownies are done cooling, I'm gonna cut them, and then I'm gonna try a piece of brownie, and then that should be it for this video. So yeah. So the brownies are done. I took one out because I put it on my plate, but I used a pizza cutter to cut it because every time I cut it with a knife, it like breaks, and so yeah, I decided to cut it with a pizza cutter. So yeah. So this is what the brownie looks like. So let's just break a piece off and try it. It's pretty good. I like it. These are milk chocolate. Does anybody else like the ends? I don't know why, but I like the ends better than I like the middle. Wait, I don't know. I like the ends better than I like the middle. But yeah, so that was I still kept the boxes. So that was the cake mix and the brownie. That was the cake mix and the brownie mix made. I hope you try out the cake recipe and enjoy it. I know I really do. I really love the cake recipe and the brownie recipe. You just follow the box that you have. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. turn on post notifications so you get notified every time that I post. I usually post once a week. And so yeah, also comment down below any video ideas that you would like to see next time. And I think that's it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye guys!